Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Today, this turned out to be a very good day at the Goodwill. Um, Again, it's not a crazy haul. My cart was already tiny. I was actually joking around with some of the other resellers there because for some reason, everybody's rushing in. Everybody waits here at this Goodwill and to get in there right first thing in the morning when they open. That's a Lego car set from their Speed series. Again, I can't turn down Legos, especially it was $7, so I can't turn it down. But this mug right here, this is a Wiley mug. I'll do a little deeper dive into it at the end of the video, show you guys a little more. But these mugs with the whale tails are by a designer called Doug Wiley, W-Y-L-I-E. Now, I've bought and resold a plastic version. It was a green plastic one, which sold very well. I think I might have the only comp that's out there. But lots of these ceramic ones have sold. And the Orca is, I think, one of the rarer ones. But that's a good mug. I listed it already for $40. And hopefully it sells for 25 to 30 bucks. Generally, those whale tail mugs by that designer go for about $25. But a bunch of people were waiting here this morning. It's a Monday morning. This is a Goodwill with a lot of resellers, and I was kind of joking around because the first card I grabbed, everybody's trying to rush in to get the deal. So once you grab a cart, you move. There's no time to like shuffle around. And I grabbed one of the smallest carts that's out there. So, but either way, I just rolled with it. I grabbed it and we rolled. So even though it looks like I may have filled my cart, it's a tiny cart. So here's an Amazon Echo, which aren't necessarily the most profitable items, but I did comp this one out. It looked pretty good. It is one of the bigger speakers. The tiny smaller ones, like the puck size ones, aren't that great. And what am I doing? I'm kind of just trying to figure out which. I was looking for the model number on it, and I couldn't find it right off the bat. So I Google imaged it to try to get what generation it came out of, and I think it should be like 25 bucks or so. Not bad profit, but it is Amazon, and it is a speaker, so a little more of a desirable item. There are a bunch out there, so I'm gonna put it there in the cart. See, $22. So I'll probably end up making, once it fees and everything, maybe $8 to $10 on it. Not bad. Not the best deal, but not bad. I was kind of enamored with this mug here. Couldn't believe I found it sitting on the shelf. It's not like a high value item or anything, but it is a really cool mug. And that whale tail actually does, it's actually nice. It's very comfortable in the hand. So, not a mug I would necessarily keep, but I'm going to hold on to that. I grabbed this bag here. I grabbed this bag and this ball. As a matter of fact, my friend grabbed the ball first and he had it in his cart. I wasn't necessarily really paying attention to it, and then my wife was with me on this trip. She picked it up and she said, "What do you think of this baseball?" And when I glanced at it, it was Rawlings Major League Baseball. What's unique about this baseball is it's from 1994 World Series. And for those of you that are familiar with, or those of you that pay, that are into Major League Baseball, baseball in general, history of baseball, 1994 was the strike season, and so they didn't play a World Series. And I didn't even know that they released any balls, but there's nothing on it. Like, there's no like what teams played. It was pretty plain, and it just said 1994 World Series. So I'm assuming they had prepped all these balls ahead of time and had them all ready to go for when the World Series was going to be played. And it never was. So they were probably just, given out in the public or something, or who knows how it got out there. And the more and more I think about it, I might end up keeping that baseball into my collection, because I remember that '94 season, and some of the biggest names in baseball from my era, like Frank Thomas, one of my favorite players of all time. Jeff Bagwell, another one of my favorite players. Ken Griffey Jr., of course, was playing during that era. Cal Ripken Jr. I mean, some real great names, big name players, Hall of Famers were playing during that era, and their season got cut short, and we got cut short for the fans. I still watched even right after the strike, so it didn't affect my fandom. Trying to figure out this bag here that I picked up. It turns out it's a diaper bag, and diaper bags aren't very exciting. I know some of them can bring good money, but I'm trying to comp this out here for you guys, trying to see if there's any value in it, and there isn't. So I'm throwing it back. Now we're checking out these end caps. I found that mug on an end cap, so I'm gonna be paying a little bit more attention to the end caps and mugs, and just kind of hopefully there's something else out there of value. I see a golf trainer here. The last golf trainer I picked up, I'm not sure if I had that in a video, but it was it had like a yellow end to it, and it was a golf trainer. It was by, I forgot what the name of the company was, but it was assist, and the assist was all like it was a dot, kept going there. But that one sold for $25. Not crazy valuable, but I only spent $4.59 on that. So not bad profit on a golf club item. And I shipped that out 2 days ago. So still here scanning the sporting goods section. Not the best sporting goods section of all the Goodwill. I mean, our Goodwills necessarily don't really have great sporting good areas. And all the golf clubs are pretty... There was nothing very exciting there. These bags, just endless amount of bags. I find this little... It's an Aldo. Is it an Aldo? What brand is that? Just a mall brand. And which I would normally typically stay away from, but this just had a cool leather. It was leather, and it had like an alligator crocodile embossed leather all the way around, and it was like a wristlet because it has the wristlet. It has that little what do you call it? Just that little loop of leather strap on the end that you could put around your wrist and carry it around, and it's kind of a long, almost like a clutch. And I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. I saw some good comps on it, probably around, I think it was around $30, and I think it was $4, not too much. And I'm just remembering right now I didn't include that at the end. I already filmed the end of this video, and I'm just remembering now that I forgot. I think I forgot to just show that. But Aldo clutch wristlet, that longer style, it kind of cool. I guess $30 or $40. $30, or I think it was around $30 for that. So I don't want to say 40. That might be a little bit of a stretch, but still good profit in it for a $4 item. Okay, we're scoping out the end caps. They're pretty packed today, so really trying to get a good look at everything, even the stuff in the back. The little grain section here. Don't want to miss a Glassy Baby, although I'll tell you what, Glassy Babies are not really selling too good. I hate to burst people's bubbles on those. We have a couple sitting out there for right around $50, and it's not much interest. This is a Mikasa, and Mikasa generally I don't pick up. Vintage Mikasa might be good, but I'm gonna look this up really quick because it was a nice little glass frame, had a nice texture on the back,
Mikasa, Japan.
and it was Mikasa, I think Japan, made in Japan. So I'm quickly gonna just give this a quick look up, and yeah, the topic of the day with us resell. It turns out this is not very good, so definitely a pass. Topic of the day with the resellers in the area was about where you take your items to, which post office do you go to. So that's what we all talk about sometimes. Just random reselling topics as we're all waiting for the doors to open. But it was a good day. It was a good day for items. Lots of books. Lots of books. I see this bike off in the corner. Maybe it was a good buy. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I kind of quickly glanced at some comps. Thought about maybe moving it locally. I don't have very much luck on platforms like Facebook Marketplace or OfferUp. My sister does a lot of Facebook Marketplace. I don't, and I'm gonna go ahead just to take a quick look and see. Hopefully, I'm not passing up like a $500 to $600 item, and maybe try to move it locally. But we'll see. Do you have a flea market? I could probably move it with one of my friends to the flea market, but nah, I'm gonna pass on that. And we're gonna move on down. We still got plenty to see here, and I really haven't gotten to the good stuff yet. Scanning around, looking at the clear glass. I don't know. I'm always drawn to the clear glass, but I don't find that much in there. So, but I have found some good stuff. I found some. I remember one time there was a martini. It wasn't even clear. It was blue. It was a blue like cobalt martini glass. It was one glass, signed Estelle. It was signed Estelle on the bottom of the glass. It was here in the clear section, and I ended up selling that for $35, and I bought it for like $2.19. So you gotta be hitting every shelf when you're at the Goodwill. You never know where things are gonna end up. Might be some hidden items somewhere out there on the shelves. It is looking pretty empty, but it's not. Everybody is over there by the bins. They're rolling out bins. There was already two bins out there when the doors opened, and it was and they're rolling out bins as the day's going. So this store moves a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff moves. So really, you can come here almost every day, and you might you find something different, something good. Not too long ago, we came like on a Saturday, and then Sunday there was everything going on. So we're like, let's go check it out, see what's there. And I found this little Sony handheld computer slash like PDA device for $4, and I just sold it recently for $180. So you never know what you're gonna find. You can come back, the next day, and the shelves will have something different out there. Profit could be sitting there. You don't know. So here we go. We grabbed this little bowl here. Well, it's not a little bowl, but it's 1999 Mervin's Halloween candy dish, candy bowl, more like a bucket, candy bucket. It has that little scarecrow in the middle. Really cool item. I threw it in there. I don't know if I comp it on camera or not, but I couldn't find anything exactly like it. But I found other Mervin's, vintage Mervin's Halloween ceramic.
Mervin's Halloween.
I think it was a ceramic dish of some kind that sold for around $30. Right there, that pumpkin one. Can't tell what the comp is on that, but I think it was around $30-ish. but I'm thinking I could probably get $60 to $80 for that one. That one's pretty big and there's no damage. There was like some sticky residue, so I used some Goo Gone just to get that off. But there was no damage to it at all. Not even any defects to the. Sometimes the pottery will have like defects in the glazing. It won't be like a chip, but it'll be like a I don't know, like maybe like a bubble formed or something while they were glazing it. I don't know. But sometimes you can tell there'll be, it's not a chip, but it's something like wasn't done properly in the glazing process. And you just disclose that in your listing and you move on. If it's a good item, it'll sell. It's good items that have a proven sell-through record. This one, I had to take a drink of water there. While that Halloween thing did not have any sales, I did find Mervin's ceramic, and it's Halloween. It's cool. It's candy. I think it'll move. And I think it'll move for $60 to $80 or so. Now that is based on my knowledge and my history of selling items on eBay. A beginner, anybody just starting out, and where maybe funds are kind of limited, you're kind of just getting going. I wouldn't recommend doing it. Don't pick those items up. But, and at the end of the day, though, it could be something good, and you never know. You never know out there. It's Halloween. Everybody loves Halloween. It's Mervin. Mervin's was huge when I was a kid. So, I would advise somebody that's just starting out not to pick that up. But if you're going to pick it up for yourself, by all means, pick it up for yourself. Cool item right there. It's kind of hard for me to tell people not to pick something up if I'm picking it up myself. But, I have, knowledge and experience that maybe some people just don't have, or they don't have the confidence in that they'd be able to sell it, or, sometimes you have to take a chance. And you'll win some and you'll lose some. So it's up to you how you want to, run your store, how you want to be, what items you want to buy. And just know, look through the sell-through rates. If you guys are watching this video, I'll let you know if that item sells or other items sell. I'm gonna be doing more videos, more shorts too as well. I am posting a lot of shorts on items that sold recently.
That bag is a diaper bag.
That item, if that item does sell, I'll post it, and you will actually be able to see if you come across that out there in your area in the future. You're gonna see my comp out there if that sells.
Yeah.
So
Alfani.
At this point right now, I was thinking of holding on to it, and I'm asking my wife about it. Although she didn't really like the she didn't like the scarecrow guy in it.
This is one of those Wiley. Remember we sold the
kind of showing her my finds already.
This has been here, right?
No, I just saw this today.
No, I've seen it.
Kind of just going for the cart here.
It's like $40.
Definitely good to go through your carts and start to weed things out. I don't like to end up with a big cart full of stuff and then start weeding stuff out towards the end. I like to weed as I'm rolling to the store.
Yeah.
Because at the end of this trip, that diaper bag, which I wasn't going to keep, ended up stuck all the way in the bottom. So when we were at checkout, I asked them, "Hey, can you take this, please?" I'm not going to buy it. I'd prefer to, put it back to where I got it, but it was stuck on the bottom, and I didn't want to move everything around. Those are some Jack in the Box figures. I grabbed that Fisher Price barn. Now I have one of those because I used to have one of those when I was a kid, and I have one that's in great condition with a bunch of animals. And I saw this one there. It was actually a really good price. It was only $4 or $5.59 for everything. And those Jack in the Box characters each go for about $5 and $10 for the two barnyard animals that are in there. Finally getting over to the toy. Did I pass by the toy section already? I did pass by the toy section already, but we're giving it a second look. Always, if you have the time, go back and do a second look, a second round. You never know what's going to be on these shelves. Someone could have put something back. They are restocking at this moment as well too. Or you just missed it. It happens. It happens plenty of times where I miss items that are right there. They're right there in front of me, and I come back around and I'm like, oh, thank goodness nobody else saw it. This is a what was that? Oh, just a little acrylic case. Protective case. I think it was from mini helmets. Like those mini football helmets. I used to buy a lot of those back in the day when we were out collecting signatures. Running around with doing memorabilia. Some phone cases. Taking a look here. Nothing really that exciting. I think Did I get down and check these out here? I think I do. Yeah. Oh, it's Casa Luna. I believe is the Target brand, the higher end brand. If you find it, it's definitely at a good price. This store did have Casa Luna, and they priced it up really high. And I don't know, the comps are kind of all over the place on it, so I wasn't going to take a chance at the higher price they had things priced at. But I saw that down there, and it looked open. It looked like it might have been used already, so left it behind. See some Power Ranger figures. I ended up putting these back. It turns out they weren't that profitable. However, this piece here, I was a little bit surprised on it. It's for like netting and a cross stitch. Kind of holds your like the cross stitching stuff come with little like a wooden, depending on what shape you're, like a little circle or some little square, and then it'll hold the fabric around it, and then you do your cross stitch. Or I've never done it, but I've seen it done, and that is kind of like a holder. Kind of holds that the circle, the wooden device for cross stitch. It'll hold it in place and allow you to cross stitch. And I found it there, and I only saw sold comps in the UK. And it is a product of the UK, and it was right around $35-ish to $40. So, and here in the US, I saw one item listed, and it was just like a piece of it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I think it was only $3 or $4. I think it was $3.59. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. We'll see what happens. Hopefully, I can make at least 20. I think I'll be able to make at least $20 on it, just based on what it's selling for in the UK. Looking for hats. I haven't really found any great hats lately. I think I got a Nike ACG hat not too long ago, but nothing really good in the hat section. I did pull some, which I still have one, True Religion hats. Some vintage True Religion hats from the flea market several months ago, and I got them for $10 a hat, and I got 5 of them, and I had been selling them all off for right around 100. I think they were averaging about $120 a hat, and there was one which I really couldn't find a good comp on, and I think I have it listed right now for $180. But it's been sitting around for several months, so I don't know if True Religion is still, those hats are still in style or not. But I have one still sitting in my store. It has best offer on it, so but no one's made an offer. But we'll see. But still going through some hats here. There's a bunch of those cases. I've sold the Morphe phone case battery pack. And as a matter of fact, the one I sold recently was from like for an iPhone 6 or 7 or something, an older one, and it sold like within a matter of a few hours of me posting it. So keep your eye out for the Morphe pack. It was brand new too, though. It was a brand new. It wasn't used. So the Morphe battery packs, I guess, from 6th or 7th generation or newer, are pretty good. Keep an eye out for them. Comp them out. Usually have a barcode. You'll be able to scan it. Here we are in the appliances. You're going to see a lot of air fryers. I don't mess with printers. Don't really mess with many appliances. And it really depends what it is. I mean, I've sold some. I have sold the tea kettles. I think I've talked about that before. The gooseneck tea kettles, regular tea kettle, water kettle, I should say, electric water kettle. I sold one recently, which was kind of a retro 50s look, and sold for I think $55. So if you see like those retro electric water kettles, definitely look them up and see if there's because there's value in those. Here's that I looked at that device. Now I'm gonna look at these Power Rangers, and they're okay. It was kind of weird because the UPC code didn't come up with anything.
Power Rangers.
And being a newer item, I thought it would
Void
be a piece of cake. But I was considering it. Ultimately, though, they end up back on the shelves. And I mean, the other thing with like some appliances is just the shipping. Well, I'm not, I can handle shipping large items out. It's just, when it comes to shipping them out, it's kind of a pain in the butt. And is it worth all the time and effort
Power Rangers.
when, I can pick up something smaller, maybe toys or something like that, and move those. Also, too, the pictures, the testing item out, usually they're dirty. So it all depends. It all really depends. And if the profits, if there's good profit in it, I'm gonna jump all over it and try to sell it, and I'll figure out how to box it up later. But I'd much rather sell a purse than an appliance. And here we are. We're here at the bins. I had already taken a peek at them prior. I see a Coach bag just sitting there, dirty. I'm gonna have a video coming out tomorrow. I'm gonna do a little deeper dive into purses and what I look for and how to quickly determine if they're real or not real. Especially Coaches, because Coach turn up a lot. So I'm gonna pick that one up though. Throw that in the cart. That was legit, but it's dirty though. And comps on those Coaches are. I saw a comp for about 35. But then I really didn't see much listed, so about $40 on that Coach. We're digging around. We're getting in there. I'm not seeing it. All right, we're moving on. Take a peek on this one. This is another. I really don't know this guy that well. And he kind of chit chats with everybody around in the Goodwill. He knows everybody, but kind of odd because he finds a bunch of stuff. He looks everything up, puts stuff in his cart, and then he ends up putting stuff back or giving stuff away to other people. I mean, he's a cool guy. I don't have any issues with him. He's just,
Here you
I don't know. He searches everything and then, I don't know, gives away stuff, gives away his work.
Kind of
He's
lost down there.
a good reseller, a good reselling
Full stadium.
partner, I
Different
guess,
stadium.
because he'll look everything
From
up for you.
now?
But I see this thing right here. It's 49ers, different stadiums that they played in. But the thing's really banged up, and the
Vodka.
some of the lights, the lighting, the lighting molds are bent.
Oh, I had a bunch of those.
What do you think?
Like, nah. I still have some of the stadiums from the
49ers.
Stanford, the Stanford Cardinals, still laying around, and those are doing pretty well. I've already made all my money back on that, and I'm in a profit on all those.
It's like old Pottery Barn.
I was looking at these. I think these look like Pottery Barn to me.
No.
I bought and sold some mugs
Pottery
and
Barn? What's the one I'm
saucers that
thinking
looked
of?
exactly like that,
Carol?
and they were vintage
Maybe.
Pottery Barn.
Hmm.
And they were kind of cool. They were like a
It should
clay, they had just a clay finish on them. They were really nice. I picked them out at Goodwill, up in East Bay, here in the Bay Area, and I think it was at a Dublin store. I'm gonna look up the number here and just double check to make sure. First of all, that number is legit, and it comes up with a actual purse style that looks hopefully something like the one I just pulled out of that bin. But see, I see that one comp, and then I see another one listed. So we'll see. We'll see about that. I want to check out the color, because I saw the color of the strap, and then I noticed mine was flipped over, and it was brown. So it's brown on the inside, and then like a baby blue on the outside of the strap. And so I saw that, and I saw mine. And I was like, wait a second. And I flipped it over, and I was like, all right, we're good. All right, here we are in the purses. Just so you guys know, I didn't start out as a purse seller. I'm not a purse guy. I just happen to know a lot about purses, and you got to take what the universe is giving you. And if the universe wants me to buy purses and resell them, I'm going to buy purses and resell them. There's good money in purses. They don't really break in shipping. You know, it's a great product and it's also something that sells all the time, year round. So, and a purse is an accessory. A purse is there are people that coordinate their outfits with their purse. And is it a dinner purse? Is it a day purse? Is it a I'm traveling purse? So people have a lot of purses. All right, I'm spotting some stuff here. I'm looking at some that was interesting, but not that great after all. I saw this like flip up. It's kind of funny, a little flip up mirror in there. I've never seen that before, so piqued my interest. I was looking for a name on it, and the handles were kind of cracking on that. So like, I picked this up, and I was like, whoa, what the? It's like a nice leather. It had nice stitching on it, and I will. I'm gonna do a deeper dive into that one in my next video here, just to kind of show you guys. I mean, it's something unusual. It's not, your 100% leather purse that. I mean, look at these comps: 60, 80. I mean, it's like a cotton-ish or canvas shoulder straps. That pink fabric, that's wool, 100% wool. Well, the whole bag's not 100% wool, but it's wool and leather. It was just a great purse. I saw the stitching on it and looked up the name, and boom, in the cart. This one here too. This was a nice leather purse. I'll tell you what, it's definitely easier to when it comes to just leather purses and the quality of the purse. definitely easier to to feel that, to feel the weight, and then of course if it has a name on it, you can look it up. But that was an all leather purse, and it felt great, and the comps were looking okay,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and not bad as far as what's listed. And I think I'm gonna take a chance on that. The price was right. Ugh, I'm just remembering now. I don't think I filmed this purse either at the end of this video. There were two price tags on there. One was $14, and the other one, I think I said $5, $5 or $6. So I'm gonna take a chance on that purse. Nice purse, very well put together. And now it's on to the wallets, which I don't find much. However, I'm about to find out. Oh, I found a Brighton. This is a Brighton. This is an old school Brighton, like a flip phone case there. But what I'm not realizing right now is they rolled out a few bins, and there are, I think like 8. No, I think it was like 6 or so. 5 or 6 tubs of Legos coming out. I don't hear them rolling out. Luckily, my wife's over there in the area. Great to have a couple people in the Goodwill for these types of scenarios, because she was able to snag at least one box, small box, but the other guy had all the other boxes. But I think she got the best box out of all of them, because it had a bunch of minifigures in there, which was, the minifigures is where the money's at. So she grabbed a great box, and I just got done having my daughter and me go through bins of Legos, and I don't know if I was ready to go through another Lego project. Well, it's cool. I like Legos. Going through bins of loose Legos, oh man. And I don't get it. What do people do with their Legos? Like, we got some Legos, and they're like someone was just gnawing on it or something. I don't know. Or they're feeding it to their dogs. I've told my wife, I'm like, I don't understand, how do people like just utterly destroy their items? It's so crazy. Like shoes, like they're like, I find shoes with, okay, I don't think I've ever had a shoe that like ripped on me or but I find like ripped, like completely torn up shoes. I'm like, I don't know. And it's not like cheap shoes either. We're talking about high-end shoes. Like the other day when I saw those On Clouds, those are, I have a pair of On Clouds. Those are like $150, $160 shoes. And like, how do you rip the front of those shoes? I just don't even know. I mean, unless you're cutting them or running through jagged rocks. Either way, here I'm coming around the corner. Let's see, do I take a peek at the glass? I think I'm gonna take a peek at the glass. I should have went up the ramp, is what I should have done at this point, because those Legos were there, and I kind of regret, but I don't regret. Like I said, I don't want to sort through a bunch of Legos again anytime soon. But I find out they're only like $10 a bin. For $10 a bin, I would have bought them and just had them sitting here for a few months until I was ready to go through them. Checking stuff out here. Check out these purses. Nothing very exciting as far as purses going in the glass. I mean, your usual brands, your Coach, your Michael Kors, your Kate Spades, but nothing really exciting. Nothing. They're priced up and not worth picking up. So I think I was gonna scan. I was interested in that kind of suede-ish purse. So I was gonna take a look really quick. If I'm not mistaken, that was a Coach. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Coach. All right, well, we're moving on. It was probably going to be priced at $40 or $50. And here we go into the mess that you see. Someone's already just sitting back and just chilling there. But here she comes. She's telling me that I missed out.
Oh, so it's got 'em.
But literally, I think she got the best as far as profit goes. I mean, I think it was
The box right here next to me.
$4. Oh man, that was $4.19 for that box, little tiny box of Legos. And I did find one Lego figure in there that goes for $30. So she grabbed the best box out of all of them. The other ones, here we all go. It's getting crazy. And see that stack of boxes? That was all full of Legos. This guy got lucky and scored them all.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to like hang out in the area. Sackroots backpack, that's pretty cool. Comps out about $30 or $40. A little bit later, I find a Brighton, brand new Brighton baby picture frame. I thought I'd grab the mason jars for the house, but they were tiny. And while I'm going to kind of clear the area right there, just kind of sit off to the side, kind of look at this Brighton here. I mean, Sackroots. But I'm also keeping an eye over there on those Legos, and I hear I'm mentioning something about Harry Potter. And my wife also got a look at those Legos too, and she said it was a lot of the like pastel colors, and a lot of pastel means Lego Friends, which Lego Friends aren't really worth that much. The guy down at the end, he got a box, Millennium Falcon box Lego, but it was opened, and I don't think the Millennium Falcon they make one almost every few years, so not very desirable. So he's ended up going to take those boxes of Legos. I wish I would have gotten there first.
It's cute.
Maybe I would have dealt with it, maybe not. But we're going to move into a deeper dive here, and here's a review of some of the products that I did buy.
Okay, so this was a pretty good haul. Now, this was a pretty good haul. Now, well, I'm shooting these videos during the week, and before I would even shoot videos, I'd go during the week. I'm going just to find, just special stuff that I could put in my store that's going to be bigger profit. Items. I'm looking for. I'm definitely looking for things that go for $100 or more, but anything that'll move fast, and to help educate anybody that watches this. So this was a pretty big haul for just going really quick during the week, shoot the video, and trying to pick up items to go on eBay. But I'm gonna pick up profit if it's there on the shelves, and there are a lot of resellers there. And this is an area that's frequented by a lot of resellers in my area, and they're coming in, they're leaving profit behind. And I mean, I'll even help people out that are there and be like, hey, yeah, you look for this, and somebody will, the other day someone was there and like, hey, I know you pick up Legos, I found this here, and they'll hand me Legos. There's a shoe guy, and I'll be like, hey, here, I found these shoes here, and so we're all kind of helping people out, help each other out. But there's other resellers there that I don't really know that well, and they're leaving all this stuff on the shelves. So, right off the bat here, this mug, this is by an artist called Wiley. You can't see it with a sticker there, but $2.19. And I've sold a version of this mug. It was plastic, had a whale tail as the handle, but I haven't sold the ceramic one before. So when I saw the ceramic one there, I was like, oh man, I knew exactly what it was. And it is signed on the back, $2.19, and this should go for about $25. And it should sell pretty quickly. The plastic mug, which had no comps for plastic, sold within 48 hours, and it went up to Canada. So this ought to be a great sale, and I can't wait to list this guy and get this up there. Really nice mug. Even though I'm not buying mugs, but I'm going to buy mugs that sell and move quickly. This one here, a little frame, kind of caught my eye, sitting on the shelf. Don't know if that's somebody's actual picture, or if that was the picture that came with the frame. But this is a Brighton. Brighton is into everything, not just purses. Not just, they do lanyards, they do coin purses, they do, what do you call it? This is, oh man, it's brand new too. Look at that. That might be the stock picture then. They do all kinds of stuff. And you can really tell that there's quality in their product. It's not real silver, but it's a real nice quality piece. So look out for Brighton. They do a little bit of everything. You can generally spot it with their heart shapes, with the B on it. And I spotted another Brighton piece, but that was like an old school cell phone holder, and that wasn't good. So, but I got the purses. Here's the purses and everything I picked up in the video. We have a Coach. Yeah, it's a little dirty, and my wife pointed it out that it's kind of dirty, but I think it'll still sell. And the price was right at $10, so I think it should still go for 30 or 40. There's a purse. My video coming out tomorrow, I'm going to do a little deeper dive into purses, and this will definitely be included. I'll get a little more detailed into what I'm looking for and how to quickly, authenticate things to the best of your ability while you're there in the store. So I'll do a little deeper dive into purses and Coach purses. Coach purses especially, because they're pretty common, and some are more expensive than others, and sometimes you got to make a quick decision. And this one here, this was just a nice wool tote. I mean, look at that. Just well made, well crafted, made in the USA, $8. This should turn into $60-70 hopefully. So just a nice, well-made, modern tote that will sell pretty well. So keep an eye out for that brand, Graf Lance. I wasn't familiar with it until I saw it, but I'll use this too. Just in the way, I'll do a little deeper dive. My video tomorrow on purses and what to look out for, and how to spot brands that you don't know about, but you can kind of spot the quality in them, and you'll be able to pick them up and hopefully turn a good profit on them, and hopefully they have a sell-through rate. This one here, this other purse here, this one was a little bit of a gamble. I'm not sure. I did look it up, and $5.29, so it's not a big gamble, but I don't know, maybe 20, 30, maybe 100. It's great quality, and it's a decent purse. It's not like a super desirable design, but I think it'll sell. I think it'll sell. So we'll give that a whirl. Next up is this backpack. Now, Sac Roots isn't really, something you really want to be on the look. I mean, you want to be on the lookout for if it's the right price. Doesn't sell for that much, but it is desirable. And this was just a full-size laptop backpack, $10.79 on that. And this should hopefully be about 30 or 40 bucks. Just a nice canvas backpack. And just a little floral design. Back to school shopping is in full swing. So get your stuff out there for back to school. And let's see here. I'm going to slip this bag up. Now I'm going to put it over here. Now, I don't want to keep bending down there. But then the bag might be the only thing in frame. Move that. Okay, let me just here. Let me see what the frame looks like. All right. Then I'm going to move through this quickly here, because the video is pretty long. So we got the Amazon Echo, $11.49. Comps out to about 20-25 bucks. So not bad. It's Amazon. It's a name that everybody knows. The speaker, smart house system, should sell pretty quickly. This was interesting. I've come across products like this before, where when you look up comps, there's no comps in the US, but outside of the US and UK to be more specific. And this was made in the UK. Primary sold comps are in the UK. Right around 40, I think 30 or $40 on that, but $3.69 on that one. And I think I could still get at least 20-25 bucks on it. All the pieces are in there. The picture does feature these frames, but those frames actually come with the embroidery that the kit that you buy. running out of space. Then this one my wife got, so I don't know what the comps are. I'll have to look it up, but we have sold bike racing jerseys before, and $6.09. I'll have to comp this out, but based on what I've sold them for in the past, probably about $25 or $30 for that. And it's an easy shipper, easy store, easy to ship. You get it right in a poly bag and it's gone. Weighs almost nothing. And those poly bags cost a few cents a poly bag if you buy them in bulk. Brand I don't pick up that much, just because it's not super desirable, but it's a mall brand, Alfani leather, probably from Macy's. It was a good price, $4.39. Comps out right around $25. So just like a wristlet, clutch, all leather purse. It's black. It's got like an alligator-ish crocodilian pattern. So that's a pretty good buy. You saw me pick up the Fisher Price stuff. I already took I wasn't necessarily interested in the large what do you call it, barn, but I took the figures out, and the figures are worth about, the two animals, probably the cow and the sheep, about $10 right there. And the whole thing was $5.29, I think. And these Jack in the Box guys, we're looking at about $5 a piece. These are vintage Hong Kong Jack in the Box characters. So 15, like $25 on that whole deal. And again, just little figures, quickly. They weigh almost, they go for real cheap as far as the weight goes. I grabbed this Lego set. Not, probably the best pickup in the world, but it's Legos. I'm always snatching up Legos all the time. You saw that little Lego bin, which I'm going through right now, and I'm trying to sort all the characters out to see what's what. But there was a bunch of Legos, and good thing I wasn't there to get the Legos at first, because I probably would have got myself into another big Lego project, which I don't want to be in. But let me show you one Lego really quick that's pretty good. This is from the Lego Elves. If you do find any of the Lego Elves, preferably sealed sets, they do go for quite a bit. As you can see, the characters have the same design as the Lego Friends. But the Elves series came and went really quickly. But just like all Legos, Lego stuff that just come and go, that don't get a following right away, a few years down the road, they're worth a lot. This figure right here goes for about $30 to $40. And I think that whole little box was $7.50, I think, or $10. Nonetheless, this is going to make my money back on that box and then some. But there were a whole bunch of little minifigures in that box. I think I got the box with all the minifigures in it. So, great deal. All these minifigures are going to add up to maybe about $100 or more at the end of the day. Great profit right there in Legos. Got this guy. Good profit in Legos. I mean, well, this might not be good profit in Legos, but I bought it because it's Legos. And it looks like it was mostly built, so I have a problem with Legos. And then Melissa and Doug. Melissa and Doug looked their stuff up. My wife got this, so I didn't get a chance to comp this out. I'll have to do a little more research on it. But for $4.19, brand new. It's got, children around the world. It's a puzzle. It's a floor puzzle. I know the floor puzzles from like Crate and Barrel go for good money, but Melissa and Doug is definitely a good brand to look out for. But look up their stuff just to make sure. You definitely want to make sure it's new. And I don't know, maybe just off the top of my head, probably $30. It's pretty heavy too, so it's going to cost quite a bit to ship. But you can throw this in a large bubble mailer, and it'd be good. But those are the items I grabbed. I'll probably discuss more about them in the video while I'm at the store, because I'm filming this after I'm filming this video the next day after the Goodwill trip. So you'll hear my commentary all before that. But like I said, I'm going to do a little bit deeper dive in my next video on purses and kind of show you guys what I look for and how I can quickly authenticate them while I'm there in the store, and where the best places are to find purses that are, pretty much authentic. either way, guys, thank you guys for watching. Oh, the World Series ball. I pulled some stuff out. I totally forgot. I pulled some stuff out of the bag, but 'cause I didn't want it to break. Oh yeah, the Halloween thing, the Halloween Mervins. That that might be like $50-$60. I'm not sure. And then this baseball World Series. It's an official Rawlings baseball World Series, MLB World Series ball, 1994. And that's about a $20 ball right there. And a reseller that I know, he had picked it up, and I thought he had taken it with him, but I guess he didn't, because my wife said, "What about this baseball?" And I said, "Oh, sure, I'll take it." So, but that's that. Yeah, so good profit items here on this, on a trip where I'm just looking to pick up a couple of things, but end up with quite a bit here in profit and items, more items to list. More items to add to my chaos. So, either way, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate a thumbs up. Appreciate all the new subscribers that are joining. I hope you guys are liking this content, and trying to get my way to my first milestone, which is 500 subscribers, and I feel it's 3,000 view hours, something. So, on my way, and I hope I'm helping you guys out. Please leave a comment down below, and thank you guys for watching.